So the reason I'm here is because I want to show you guys how to make money selling on Amazon. Something I've been doing personally is decluttering, getting rid of things that I don't need. I have two small children. We have just a lot of stuff at our house, and it really it makes me crazy with all the stuff. And so I'm trying to get rid of as much as I can. And since I have an Amazon store, I am figuring out what to sell and what to donate and what to throw away. So I wanted to show you guys my process for doing that. Cool. So the first thing is you need to have an Amazon seller account. You can sign up for free as an individual seller. If you go to, I think it's like sellercentral.amazon.com, or just go to Amazon, scroll down, sign up to sell. That's my cute little dog barking, and Charlie. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to sign up for an Amazon account. Okay, you need to have a seller account, and then you need to download the seller app to your phone so you can scan barcodes, and we can figure out if you want to sell it or donate it or whatever. So here's a picture of the Amazon seller app here. What you do is you can literally just click. There's an image in the corner here. Oh, it just scanned like my finger or something. So I'm not really sure where this stuff came from, but basically, if you can see this, so you actually just go over here to the corner, boink, and it's going to let me scan. So I'm going to show you guys, and feel free to ask questions if you have questions. But so I'm just showing you my process for these. These are just things I've found around my house, and I ship stuff to Amazon at least once a month, usually 2 or 3 times a month. Just directly from my house, and then I have manufacturers that do it for me too. But when I'm shipping stuff from my house, I always try to declutter and find things that I don't need anymore. You can also do this out shopping. Out shopping is actually the most profitable way to do this. But just to give you a little bit of an example here. Okay, so here's the first thing that I found is this yo-yo for beginners. It's still in the packaging. It's totally brand new. I'm going to scan it, and I'm going to show you guys my thought process behind it. My father actually dropped this off at my house because we're maybe having a garage sale, and he just keeps bringing stuff to my house to sell. And I'm not even sure if we're having a garage sale, but whatever. I have an Amazon store, so I'm going to sell anything in there that I think is worth it. So, all right, so here we go. So I've scanned it, the barcodes come up, all right, and I'm just going to walk you guys through my thought process of whether I'm going to sell it on Amazon or whether I'm going to donate it to someone else, meaning it's not worth it to sell it on Amazon, or I'm just going to get rid of it. So I'm not going to get rid of it because it's brand new, it's in the package. You want to stick with new things when you're selling stuff on Amazon. 95% of the things you have to have new anyway. So, excuse me. Okay, so this is telling me that the buy box price is $7.05. There are 39 new and used from 435. This is not really a big old winner here. If you guys can see that, you can see the buy box price is $7. That's all right. I mean, so I got the thing for free. Okay, so here's the thing. If you guys can see this, cool. So the low price, you see the $7.05, you see my fees are $2.86, so my proceeds are going to be $4.19, okay? That's fine. I mean, I got the thing for free. Is it worth shipping to Amazon to then fulfill it? Probably not, because my proceeds are only going to be $4.19, okay? The other thing, if you look right down here, right there, that means that Amazon is actually selling it. Amazon is selling this, like ships and sold from Amazon. That means the manufacturer of this yo-yo for beginners is selling directly to Amazon, which Amazon's then selling. You want to stay away from products that Amazon themselves are selling, where it says ships and sold from Amazon. They will always beat you out for the low price. That's why this thing is only $7. I can see right on the package here that it actually used to be $12.95. So yeah, Amazon's just going to undercut you. I'm not going to ship this to Amazon. $4 is okay, but it's probably, I mean, it's okay. It's an okay thing. If I have room in a box, sure, I'll throw it in there, but I'm not going to, this is not going to be a big winner for me. So there's just an example of meh. We'll see. Not a great product. Here is these cute little tiny hats. I don't know if any of you have children this small still. These are 0 to 6 months, or if you do still have children. My daughter was so tiny so long ago. She's 3 now. We're potty training. It's great. So, so I'm going to scan this, and I've scanned all these before. I just want to give you guys an example. Okay, so I'm scanning these with my app. If you're just joining in, I have my Amazon Sellers app open, and you click a button, you scan the barcode, okay, and it's going to tell you how much it's selling for, what your competition is, all that good stuff. So this actually doesn't scan, okay? You can see, don't see your product, create a new listing. So here's the thing with this. Nobody's actually selling this on Amazon. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. They could be selling it under a new UPC. This particular product is not worth creating a new product listing over just to sell on Amazon. If you were going to private label these and, you know, create your own designs, that would be a different story. But this item does not scan on the seller app, which means it's not going to be easy for me to send over to Amazon and make money with it. So I'm just gonna donate these. They probably would only sell for $5 or so anyway. This is not a winner. I'm gonna donate these. Not a great item. Again, if you want to sell your own products, those could be great products to sell on your own private label. But not for this purpose, for reselling. Okay, so here's another item. These are the Scratch a Dare game. These are for a bachelorette party. These were actually for my sister's bachelorette party, which they got lost in a bag. We never ended up using them. And it's a good thing my other sister is getting married this summer. And so I'm probably gonna bring these to her bachelorette party instead. But I thought, like, let me just scan them and see what happens. So let me scan. Again, I'm just scanning the barcode on the back, and let's see what Amazon comes up with. Cool, so these do scan in. You can see Team Bride, Scratch a Dare game. Cool. Buy box price is $6.08. Still pretty low. 8 new and used from $5.85. Cool. Let's see what we get on here now. Wish I had a better way of showing you guys this stuff. $5.85 low price. Fees, they're telling me $1. Okay, that's not terrible. There are 3 people selling it in FBA, none Amazon. That means Amazon's not selling it. So this is like, I mean, this is kind of the same as the yo-yo. It's like, maybe I'll make $5. If I have a box of things that I'm going to make $5 of, I can throw them all in and send them to Amazon. Cool, I can definitely do that. So if I can find enough inventory like this to ship in a box, send it to Amazon, I'm going to do that. So, I mean, I have this and the other. It's going to make me $10. Not terrible, but I have some better examples for you guys. All right, so here is, this one is actually great. This was a gift. I've never used it. I don't know, maybe I just don't know how to use it right. So here's a Bose Bluetooth audio adapter. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to plug it into your Bose, and then it turns the Bose into a Bluetooth or something. So it's brand new. I've never used it. However, I live with small children, so we have some mangled packaging here. This is like, okay, so let me scan it just to show you guys first. Again, I'm opening my seller app on my phone, and I'm just scanning the barcode. Scanned. Okay. Oh, it's not coming up. Hang on just a second. It did earlier. No. There we go. Okay. So, got it on here. It's showing up. Bose Bluetooth audio adapter, 2 new and used from $165. Yeah, when I scanned this, I was like, ooh, maybe I don't need to use this. So I've had this, I got it for Christmas like 3 years ago. I've tried to set it up. I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. So I'm wondering, is it worth me selling on Amazon? And this is telling me that this thing is going for $165. Okay, there are 800 reviews right here, and there's only 2 new and used. So I'm going to tell you right now, these are all wonderful, wonderful metrics that if I could buy these at a discount, I would buy as many as I could. Like even if I could buy these for 50 bucks, I would still make a ton of money. So let me just show you guys why I love this product to sell on Amazon. Okay, first of all, now when I go in here, this is saying restricted product. There's a couple things with this. It could be, restricted products could mean a couple different things. It could mean that you're not approved to sell in that category. It could mean you're not approved to sell that particular brand. There are now certain brands that you cannot sell without approval, which is okay because you can get approval for brands, you can get approval for categories. It just takes a little extra step. So let me just show you. So it's saying the reason is that I cannot sell this product in used condition. If you can see that selling eligibility, that's why it's popping up restricted product. Okay, it's not because I can't sell the product itself. It's just saying I can't sell this used. I have to sell it new, which is fine because mine is new. So this is also telling me right here, again, someday I'll have a better system of showing you guys this. Okay, so Amazon, none. Amazon's not selling this. FBA, none. No one is selling this and using Amazon's fulfillment. Okay, and then there's 2 people selling it for $169.99. Okay, let's see who these people are. It's actually just one person. Okay, this is, like I said, this is actually an amazing product to sell. So it's selling for $169.99. Like I said, even if I could buy this at $50, $60, $70, $80, whatever, if I could buy this at 50% off and sell it on Amazon, I would make a boatload of money. So like what I'm probably going to do, and you know, you guys can all steal my idea since I'm showing it to you, but I'm probably going to sell this on Amazon. I'm going to ship it over in a box to them so they can fulfill it for me. So once this is received at Amazon, I am going to be the one, I'm going to be the only FBA offer on there. So anyone that buys this is probably going to buy it from me because I'm going to maybe make it like $1 less, make it like $168.99. I could even go $169.95 if I really wanted. There's only 2 people selling it. No one is using Amazon fulfillment. Amazon themselves are not using it. It is small. It's already in a box. I don't have to do anything for packaging to send it over to Amazon besides put it in a box. And I don't know, it's lightweight. And like I said, this is like the perfect product. It's selling for a high price. I got it for free, but I don't know how much these go for on retail, but there's also 800 reviews. There are 800 reviews on this product on Amazon, which means that it sells a ton. So I also have other software that I can use where I can look up and see just how much sales revenue is in here. So that's my next step is I'm going to see, but this is a winner. Yeah. All right. So like this is what happens when you are out shopping for products. You got your scanner out, you're searching, you're like, oh, here's a couple good things for $5 here and there. And then you're going to find something that's like, whoa, I could make $100 on this. And then you're going to get 5 of them. You're going to buy 5 of them. You're going to ship them off to Amazon. And even if you think you're going to make 100, maybe you'll make like 90 or 95, but you're still going to make $500 like that. So like the possibilities with this particular business idea are just, it gets me really excited because I love doing it. I love selling on Amazon. And while retail arbitrage is what we call reselling other people's products, retail arbitrage is like a side part of my business. It's how I got started selling on Amazon. I still like to do it. And I have particular brands and stores that I'm very familiar with, that I know when things go on sale, that I have cashback credit cards for, that make it very, very worthwhile for me to buy and resell sometimes still today. So that's what I'm showing you, and just how incredibly profitable it can be when you find the right products. So last one, I promise. So this is a board game called The Settlers of Catan. If you've never played this and you like board games, this is like seriously the best board game ever. My friends and I used to play this in college all the time. We still play it every so often. My girlfriend has board game night at her house like once a month, and so this is, like I said, this is one of my favorite games. It's like a combination of like Risk and Monopoly, but you can play a game in 30 minutes, so you don't have to sit there for like 12 hours. It's amazing. So this is also something that was brought over to my house by a relative who they just like to bring stuff to my house. You guys, like, I've had to tell my family, don't bring crap to my house because I don't want it. But sometimes it works out because then I can sell their stuff on Amazon. Haha. Okay, so this is the last one I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to scan it. So this is not like sealed or anything. It could have been used. I don't know. It looks pretty new. I might be hesitant to send this in though because it's not brand new, but let's see what the scan says. All right, I just scanned it and it says 21 new and used from 51.95, 232 reviews. Okay, so I like the reviews, lots of reviews. That's great. 21. That means there are 21 people selling this game, but for $52? All right, let's see what happens. When I click on there, and what kind of info do we have? Wow, there are actually FBA offers from $89.99. Holy smokes. Okay. So the low price, if you wanted to buy this game and have it shipped to you, Amazon Prime, you would have to spend $89.99. I didn't think this board game was worth that much money. I will tell you, though, that there are other versions of this. So this is an older version. There could be a newer version out there that isn't selling for quite as much, but maybe this is a collectible version. Let me see if I can sell this. It's just saying I can sell it in new condition. It's not giving me anything about used. So I probably would not send this in just because it doesn't have the shrink wrap on it. You can kind of see that it's been used a little bit here. Ooh, I'm just seeing some questions coming in, you guys. I'm sorry. Darcy says, since it's not sealed, could you sell it as a collectible? Yeah, actually I can, as long as they'll let me do it in on the listing. Which they're not necessarily telling me this on the app. So what I would do is I would go to Amazon, I would search for the listing on the regular desktop Amazon, and see if I could sell it as a collectible, because there are different versions. It is actually in pretty good shape. I want to make sure all the pieces are there before I would send it in. But yes, you can definitely send things in, sell them as a collectible, as long as that's an option on the Amazon listing. And so if you go to the Amazon listing on your desktop, over on the right hand side, if you scroll down a little bit, it'll say have one to sell yours here, and you can click on a button and that will give you if there's any sort of restrictions or not. So that's a great question, Darcy. Yes, you can sell things as collectible. You just want to make sure because it's on an individual basis. Jessica, what courses or resources do you have for someone interested in getting started with FBA? I've sold textbooks on Amazon, but I'd like to learn more about the FBA option. Great question, Jessica. So that's how I got started too. I was in college, actually, after grad school. I was broke as a joke because I went to a private grad school and had to pay for everything while I took out massive loans. But which, side note, I actually paid back all my loans selling stuff on Amazon. Yeah. So yes, I have lots of courses. I have courses and resources. So let me just put these in the comments since people are asking about it. I wasn't going to say it till the end. So, okay, my free resource that I just came out with a couple weeks ago is the Amazon Seller Starter Guide, what products to look for, where to find them. Let me put the link in here so you guys have that. And then I'm actually promoting my retail arbitrage course this week. It's open till Friday. So smartbizmom.com/Amazon guide is where you can pick up this free guide. You just got to put in your email. That's the starter guide. And then Jessica. Okay, so then if you download that guide, so basically the guide is totally free. And what I do is I just kind of go over some of these metrics that I talked about with you guys. Just things that, you know, certain price range to stay in. Ideally, you want to sell things that are going to give you at least $10 in profit. So when you're out scanning things, the app will actually show you how much money you will make. So you want to stay in the $10 range, just, you know, to give or take a couple of dollars here and there. Have 5 or less sellers, preferably less than 2 for FBA. And then I also have on this third page here is just all these different places. I guess I'm kind of just showing you guys, so you don't really have to opt in if you don't want to. Although I recommend you do, because I send out emails periodically with trainings and good stuff like this. My course, though, is actually only open till Friday. So if you guys want to get in at a super discount rate, here's the here is the link. I got a bit link, so it's bit.ly/shop-sell-profit. Let's see if this actually shows up. Yay, it did. Okay, so the course is all about what I'm showing you right now. I literally show you how to find products that are going to be profitable to sell on Amazon, what products to look for, where to find them. That's the first section. The second section, I then show you how to list those products on Amazon. Then I always recommend people ship their items over to Amazon. So once you have enough inventory, you list everything in your store. You then ship it all over to Amazon. That's where you're going to get that Amazon Prime. So now your stuff is available Prime to anyone that has Amazon Prime, which means your stuff is going to sell much more quickly than any other person that's selling the same thing if they're not using Prime. And then the third section, actually, I was trying to figure out how I could share my screen with you guys so I can show you my profit calculator. So it's literally just a spreadsheet where you put in each item and how much you bought it for, how much you sold it for, and it dumps out with your profit at the end. So you can literally keep track to the penny of how much money you're making for each shopping trip or for each shipment you send over to Amazon. Jessica says, thanks. Yes, of course, Jessica. If you have any questions, like I said, I'm on here because I'm decluttering. I'm spring cleaning towards the end of summer because, you know, like I said in my email today, we're late for everything. So I'm better late than never, right? So I'm spring cleaning. I'm getting ready to send stuff over to Amazon this month. And that's a good question. But I'm also promoting this course because it's so important. I don't think people know about this opportunity, and you know, we keep hearing on the news all these stores that are closing, like Sports Authority, all these different Walmart locations are closing. I read somewhere there's going to be some Macy's closing. There's a lot of retail stores that are closing now, and Amazon is in the news a lot for now. They're starting to buy out stores like Whole Foods. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. Amazon's trying to buy Whole Foods to expand that section, but they also, they're killing retail. And I don't know about you, I'm a busy mom. I do not enjoy going to the store. I don't want to go if I don't have to. My business is also Amazon, so I buy everything on Amazon. I buy everything on Amazon Prime because I want it here in 2 days or less. So, you know, the possibilities and all the amazing ladies that are in the course right now. There's also a Facebook group, so we stay very connected. Everyone's able to ask questions, and the Facebook group is free forever. It comes with the course. The course is also only $57. So if you guys are like thinking about doing this, this is the time to do it. It's $57 till Friday, and then I'm gonna close it because I want to focus my attention to just one group of people as we go through the process. It's not hard. You just have to know what to do. And so I just show you what to do. I mean, you can easily make your $57 back with one shipment over to Amazon. So I have a couple questions here. Darcy says, by the way, I am now a super fan because ever since you introduced me to FBA, I've been making more on this biz than my other. Oh, yay! Well, I mean, that's good and bad. Thank you, Darcy. I'm so excited to hear that. I'm so excited to hear that you're making money on Amazon. Yay! You and I should talk about private labeling because that's the next step. So for anyone that's interested in just getting started, that's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you how to resell other people's products. The next step after that is coming out with your own products, private labeling, creating your own products on Amazon, which is super exciting. That's what I do for myself. I'm actually coming out with my own product line soon too. I've been working on that for the last couple of months, and that's what I do for my clients. So I also manage small business Amazon accounts. So most of them actually have one client that I just signed on. We're doing a product launch. So the world's never even seen his product yet. I'm really excited. He's launching it on Amazon and I'm helping him do it. But then a lot of my other clients, they already sell either in brick and mortar stores or on their website. And I've brought their products over to Amazon for them. And then I manage and maintain, optimize their Amazon accounts. So like if you're already selling a product on Amazon, or if you're already selling a product, you should probably sell on Amazon. If you need help with that, reach out to me. If you're just getting started, reselling other products is the way to go because it's going to teach you the strategy behind selling on Amazon. You're going to learn a ton, but you're also going to make money. Like you can make money right away. That's the point. Is that you're making money. When I started out, I started as business coach, and it was effing hard. It was really hard to make money because there's a lot of things that go into that. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I have a business coach. I have lots and lots of friends who are business coaches. I think they're amazing. It just wasn't for me. So I'm an Amazon consultant now. So if that's a little bit different. But when I was first starting out, I was so frustrated because I could not make money in my coaching business right away because you have to build the trust factor. You have to build relationships, and that's just the nature of the business. The difference with the Amazon business, I also had an Amazon business at the time, which was how I was able to support my coaching business. The difference with Amazon is that you buy something, you sell it, you make money. So you don't have to like wait around for a big product launch. You just need to have enough inventory, and you can still you can still sell things on Amazon without using warehouses. I don't recommend that. I mean, you can, but if you really want to sell your stuff, get it over to Amazon. But yeah, that's the way to go, really. Got some more questions. Jessica says, you may cover this and it might be a weird question, but can you deliver items to Amazon? The warehouse is literally 10 minutes from my house. Jessica, that is a great question. Unfortunately, no. Kind of a bummer. They do not let you just hand deliver things to the warehouse. They have their own tracking system. It's a huge bummer. I have a warehouse that's like 20 minutes away from me too. And so the reason for this is because they can track everything. The way you send things to Amazon is you actually purchase UPS or FedEx, whatever you prefer. You actually purchase the shipping labels within your Amazon account. So Amazon knows exactly where your stuff is, when it's supposed to get to their warehouses, all that good stuff. The other reason they don't allow you to do that is because when you set up a shipment in Amazon to send things over there, send your inventory over there, they tell you where to send it, and it may not be to that warehouse. In fact, it probably won't be to that warehouse that's right by you. So for me, I live in Chicago. I always have at least 3 different places because I send a lot at once, but there's always 3 different places that they want me to send my inventory to. So I always have to send it to Joliet and then like Indianapolis and then California. And the reason they do this is because Amazon prides themselves on being the quickest shipper. So they want to distribute your inventory across the country, but then it's also based on if you're selling the same thing as a couple other sellers. If those sellers, their inventory is over on the East Coast, they're going to want you to keep it in the Midwest or send it over to the West Coast. So that's how their whole like shipping algorithm works. It makes sense when you think about it. It's a pain in the butt, kind of, to have to put things in 4 or 5 different boxes. That's not always going to happen. It could be 1 or 2 if you get lucky, and I've seen that quite a few times. But yeah, usually they have you distributed across the U.S., and that's why. So that makes sense. Thanks. Yeah, perfect. I know you could save so much money on shipping, but really, I've sent like 20-pound boxes to California from Chicago, and it cost me like $5 or $6. So Amazon gets the best discounts ever with UPS and FedEx. Rachel says, how long does the course last? The course, so it's called Shop, Sell, Profit. It's all about how to buy items for a discount and resell them on Amazon. The course is, let me look. I want to say there's like less than an hour of video content. It's broken up into 4 different sections. It's all self-paced, so it's you buy it, you get it. It's all right there. All the information is right there. So you kind of just go through it at your leisure. I mean, you could really sit down and go through all the content in. Let me see. I just want to actually, if you go to the link, it will break it down for you. Let me just here. Let me just throw this in here so anyone who's interested, like. So okay, so here's the thing about me. I love selling on Amazon, but I hate selling myself. I just don't like doing it. I don't like selling myself. I don't like being like, hey, buy my stuff because you know it's awesome. But this is like I'm really excited about it because everyone who's in the course right now is very pumped. And like so I had a friend of mine who joined and she just started going through the course yesterday. I think she might be all through the course actually because I didn't answer your question. Hang on. She sent me some screenshots of her scanning stuff that she had actually bought for herself. And she was like, "Oh my God, I spent $20 on these two things, and they're each selling. One was selling for $60 and one was selling for $70. So she has a potential to make $40 each. She found two products that she could profit $40 each on. And I'm like, you must be just like made for this course because sometimes it takes a little time. Sometimes people find stuff right away, but I'm like, you have an eye for this, don't you? So I was really excited to hear that. And so like my challenge to her was, I'm like, okay, so you can sell these, you can make $40. Can you go back to the store and get 10 of them? Can you make $400? Can you get 10 of them? Can you ship them to Amazon? Okay. And then that's really, then you kind of just like sit back and see, you know, like the competition was good. There weren't too many people selling them. That's another factor that I talk about in the course. Okay. So I dropped the link of the course. If you scroll all the way down, it has course contents. And Thinkific is weird. So there's actually more than 4 videos in there. So if you add up the totals, it's like 20, 40, 50. It's like about an hour of video. And then, you know, there's some extras, some extra things in there. I mean, realistically, you could go through the whole course if you sat down uninterrupted, probably 2 hours you could get through it. It's not super long because the process here is not that complicated. It's very much so where you're going to spend time is scanning, is going out to find your inventory. That for sure can take time. But I will tell you that the more time you put into it, the more money you're going to make because, you know, so I've been talking to another student in the course and she was getting kind of frustrated because she was out scanning and she just couldn't find a whole lot that really was making it worth her time. It was the first time she had ever gone out scanning to buy stuff. And so I told her, I'm like, okay, but now you have all this information, you have all this data now of the store that you were at, things that you should look for, keep in mind, things that you should stay away from. You know, that's a really good point. And one of my other students was like, you know, I went and I spent 3 hours scanning things and I only came home with like 5 different items, but then I went to the next store that I already knew. I already knew the store. I already knew the brands that were in there. And I walked out with 50 items and I was there for 20 minutes. So, you know, the more time you put into scanning and learning the products and, you know, figuring out a brand, a store that works for you. I mean, these are just hodgepodge items that I found in my house. And so these are all very random. So a lot of times, you know, you'll find something that you can make $5 on. That's okay. But if I was in the store shopping, I would only buy things that would make me $10 or more because then you have that margin of error. Just in case it's $1 less, you know, then $9 is still great too. But if it's only $4 and then it gets dropped down to $3 because of, you know, whatever reasons, you know, fees are estimated until they actually happen. So, you know, you can only estimate them. So that's why I say do $10, $10 or more. I kind of feel like I'm just rambling right now. So if you guys have any other questions, I would love to answer. Yeah, this gets me really excited because it's fun. Like it's fun to just go shopping with your phone and scan things. I used to get really nervous, like, oh, the store clerk, like they're gonna know what I'm doing. I'm telling you, no one's gonna know what the heck you're doing. They might be like, oh, I mean, maybe they'll ask you, but usually they won't. And like, it's not like it's like there's nothing wrong with it. People do it all the time. It's a different business model. It's certainly not going to make you $1 million, but I mean, private labeling your own products on Amazon can. It made me $1 million, so I know it works. But this is just a really great way to learn how to sell on Amazon, make money right away. You're buying your inventory. Yes, you have to invest a little bit of money, which that's actually a question I get a lot, is how much money do I have to invest in my inventory to start? There are no minimums with Amazon, so you could send one of 100 different products. Doesn't matter. You could send 10 quantity 10 of one product. Doesn't matter. Amazon, there's no limits. You can send as much or as little as you want. Let's see. Fan says, how much does Amazon charge for FBA fees monthly? Great question. Okay, so the fees are 15% of your overall revenue. And then the actual fulfillment fees, I'm going to drop a link here of this really awesome fee estimator. It's right from Amazon, but here, this is their fulfillment by Amazon pricing. So typically your items are, let me just show this so you guys have it. So this is right from Amazon. This is how they calculate your fulfillment fees. Typically, it's going to be, I estimate $3 to $4 per product. So unless it's something really small or really large or oversized, or very heavy, if you open that up, usually, so there's a $2.99 and a $4.18, I think it is. Large, 1 to 2 pounds, yeah. So pretty much it's going to be either between $3 and $4. So Amazon's going to take 15%, and then they're going to take $3 to $4. And then you also have to account for shipping over to Amazon, which is why you want to get as much inventory as possible to shove in those boxes to ship over to Amazon. Because the more items you have in the box, that's going to bring down your cost to actually ship to Amazon. My average cost to ship to Amazon, I've pretty much gotten it down to like 10 cents. I would say, give yourself like a quarter. I would say estimate a quarter, because I always try to estimate higher rather than lower. So let's see, I'm terrible at math, but I will give you guys an example. So let's say you have a product that sells for $50. Let me get out my calculator, because this is what I use my Excel sheet for. So I was trying to find a program that would do a screen share with you so you could see, because that's part of the course, is I have an Excel document in there where you can actually go download it and just track your profits. And you have the line item, and then it puts in all the fees in there so that, once you purchase everything, you can see how much money you should be making, what's your profit going to be from that particular run. And then as things sell, you can go in and actually fill in the boxes instead of the estimated fees. All right, so let's say you have a product that sells for $50. Right away, you're paying Amazon 15%, so that's $7.50, which sounds like a lot, but that's okay. It's just 15%. A lot of people complain about that 15%. Those are people that do not have a marketing budget. If you were spending money marketing your product, you would be spending way more than 15%. Typically, you'd be spending more than 15%. So it's actually not a bad deal. There are other ways to market too, but that's for another training. Okay, so let's say your product costs $20. You sell it for $50. So your fees are going to be $7.50, because that's 15%. And let's say if it's a $50 product, we'll say it's like $4, and then to ship over to Amazon. So this is a high estimate. I'll say $4.50 is a high estimate for Amazon fees. So we have $20 is our cost, and then our 15% is $7.50, and then our other fulfillment and shipping fees are Hang on, I pressed times instead of plus. Um, that is $32 in cost. So $32 in cost minus 50. So our profit there is going to be $18. That's amazing. $18 is a great amount of profit for your first product. So my dog is barking. I can see that I'm losing people. It's been 40 minutes. Holy moly. Okay. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to throw them in the comments. I'm going to leave you all on this beautiful Tuesday. I'm pretty sure my daughter's home with her aunt, and that's why my dog is barking like crazy. So I'm going to let you guys go. I really hope this was informative. Again, there are just so many options. I have all my products over here that I went through to show you guys. There's just so many options of things you can sell on Amazon that don't necessarily have to be your products, but you can still make like really good money. And it's just not that hard. Like, it's really not that hard. And so if you guys have any questions about the course, I'm only keeping it open until Friday. So if you are interested, I highly, highly recommend it. There's a Facebook group full of lovely, supportive ladies. I am in there. My sister is in there. I've been teaching her how to do this for the last few months, and she is just killing it. She's doing amazing. She's a great resource to have in there too. So thank you all for coming. I really hope to see you in the course. I just want to see as many people make money with this business model as possible, and it's so doable. So have a great rest of your day, ladies. Thank you for coming, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.